A madman's story of ancient glory brought death from far away. For eldritch power did Mangar scour the depths of Skara Brae.
The song I sing will tell the tale of a cold and wintry day, of castle walls and torchlit halls, and a price men had to pay. When evil fled and brave men bled, the Dark One came to stay, till men of old, for blood and gold, had rescued Skara Brae.
Ready?
Not hardly.
Hang it! Take it for them! Give them the drum! This is only the beginning.
Thus, children, shall the Sword Father smite all who befriend the old races.
Hail, Henrid!
He shall drive the elf and the dwarf back to their wretched holes. He shall burn the witches and warlocks who make pacts with them.
My poor boy!
He shall cut out the tongues
What did he
of
do?
the bards who sing
What
of
did he
them.
do that was so
For the Sword
wrong?
Father knows it is the followers of the old ways who are killing the people of Skara Brae, who are sacrificing us to their dark.
Oh, that's a bad business. And no mistake.
I don't understand. What did they do? What was their crime?
Their crime? Existing was their crime. The Fatherites don't like our kind. Come on, before those paladins give us a second glance.
I'll give them a second glance. And maybe a...
Oh, here now. Save it. You'll only get yourself killed. And we need you. You're gonna save Skara Brae. You're looking at me like you think old Robbie's had a few too many. Well, maybe I have. But this is no drunkard's fancy. You've been in my dreams 7 nights now, and each one with the same end. You the hero, and me lost. They all start with some evil slithering out of the darkness, and you driving it back from whence it came. But I don't make it to the happy ever after. And there's a moment right at the end where you could save me, and instead you choose not to. You just turn away and leave me to be buried alive. Well, maybe that means I shouldn't trust you. But you're the best hope we've got. So I guess I'll just have to pray that part's not true. Anyway, hero, let's get back to the Adventurers Guild. I have a few words to say to the congregation. This way. You can't swing a cat in Skara Brae these days without hitting a paladin. Not that I'm prone to swinging cats.
The fair folk of the elves!
More murder. I should...
There's nothing to be gained fighting the Fatherites head on. There's another way. At least, I hope there is.
Scorn thou the adventurer and the so-called hero! Think not, lest thou sin! Faith is all! The temple will protect you! Death Report all witches! Report all heroes!
She's done nothing.
Turn thou from superstition! Only the temple has the answer!
Character!
The fair folk are not
Too much for you, eh?
Weak stomach.
You better get used to it.
All a Skara Brae'll burn before these priests are through.
Hot soup! Delicious soup! Best soup you'll ever have! Aha! Come here for soup, have you? Well, soup is not an adequate description for what you'll be getting. You'll be getting fulfillment, joy, the tender embrace of your mother's arms. This is not just soup, it is a revelation, a liquid epiphany. Heaven by the spoonful. There is no question that this soup is good enough for you. The question you have to ask yourself is, am I good enough for this soup? No. On consideration, you are not good enough for this soup. Ruffians!
I've known some good trout.
Seems like they're hanging anyone. They hanged my shoemaker last week.
He must have done something wrong. The temple knows what it's doing.
Aye?
Someone must have walked over your grave.
Cabbage, carrots, and potatoes. Cabbage. Aye.
I do feel sorry for the elves. Really, I do.
Shh! Don't say that out loud.
Here we are. The guild.
Oh, Robbie, a new recruit? There were more folk killed last night. Some great beast, they said.
And again, they blame us for it.
What I just saw at Henred's hanging tree was the last straw. We have to...
Did you hear that?
The song of the maiden. What does it foretell this time?
Arrest the heretics! Burn this den of evil to the ground!
This way, hero! Hurry! Oh, we made it. What a nightmare, eh? Come on. We've got to get to the old guild and figure a way to protect ourselves. The Adventurers Guild from back before the old town was buried is still here after all these years. Just a little filthier and liable to collapse. At least it's well hidden. No danger of... Another visit from the Fatherites. Come on. We're looking for a green door. Hold on, hero. You'd better touch that luckstone. There. Now you're safe. No matter what befalls, you'll come right back to here.
Are they adventurers? Did they escape the vial?
Bide a moment. Don't think these are any friends of ours. No, they're up to mischief. We'll have to fight them, I fear.
Kill! Kill for the master! Ready when you are, ye cowards!
Here. Kill for the masters. What masters, I wonder? Maybe those rogues were carrying something to burn down these boards. What did you find?
Adventurers! Fuck them, you're not Sardine.
I want extra for this!
On your word. Ha!
Stand aside!
Here. That was a nasty scrap. Let's see to our wounds.
More troublemakers.
Aye. It looks like we can't avoid them.
There is no glow.
End of the road, heroes.
Ready?
Give me your best shot.
Command me.
On your word.
I'm right here, hero. On your right here.
There's another luckstone. Better safe than sorry, I always say.
You fools! You let them scatter. Now we shall have to drag them out again. The people must see what a danger these outcasts are. Find them.
You're the danger? Who set fire to the guild?
Aye. And who keeps hanging innocent?
More paladins. Can't let them spot us. Edge left and stick to the shadows. The Adventurers Guild is just... around the corner.
All right. Though after what they did. What is that?
One eye, one leg, one arm. Is it a Fashan? I've sung songs about them, but I never thought I'd see one.
All the monsters of legend.
Stay in the camp.
Torn apart, right in front of me. I didn't know whether to shit or scream. I think I did both.
Stay still. You must rest.
Do not fear me, friends. I beg you. Yes, I am a Fatherite, but I no longer take orders from Bishop Henred or any of his compatriots. It is they who are not Fatherites, for they have abandoned the Sword Father's tenets. Thus, I have broken with them and come here to this refuge to do what a priest must always do: help the helpless and teach those who wish to learn. The Sword Father was a man once, a king of Lestras who valiantly drove out foreign invaders and sacrificed himself for the security of his people. Such was his honor and goodness that he became a god upon his death, and his daughter, known as the Blessed Lady, an all-merciful goddess. Together they watch over mankind, the Father inspiring them in times of trouble, the Blessed Lady comforting them when the storm has passed. He did not seem so terrible when first he arrived. Ambitious, yes, but still compassionate and with a keen intellect that was never satisfied. Then slowly his mind became less flexible, his fears more consuming and his compassion reserved only for his own kind. Where once the temples helped all, Henred ordered that only the faithful be fed and all others be turned away. It only got worse from there, as you know, and I now fear he has lost his sanity entirely. I was reprimanded for aiding a dwarf, and when I defended myself, Henred demanded I give up my ministry. I left without looking back. But I haven't left the true church. Only Henred's church, which is not and shall never be mine. Well, I do what I can. Healing, comforting, feeding, advising. If you are sick or wounded, I will be happy to help you. Let me see what ails you. If you seek to channel the power of your god for good works, yes, I can show you. First, however, I would ask a favor. Some of Henred's so-called paladins have looted sacred relics and are wearing them as medals, it seems. As if covering one's self in holy artifacts made one more holy. Preposterous. I know Paladin Captain Beckwith, who patrols the road near Fetter Cairn, wears one. If you could get it from him, so I may return it to its proper place, I would believe that you have the fortitude and commitment to learn what I have to teach. Bless you, friends.
What do you want? Forgive me, my bile. 'Tis not you who have stirred it, but these cursed clods who broke my best lute and battered me with their oafish fists. If you need an instrument, I have a few I am willing to sell. I am trying to raise enough coin to return to the Everwood. The venture has not so far been a success. A mob, fevered by the Fatherites, They accused me of trying to lure some badish boy into the shadows, then set upon me with fist and boot. Had not a fellow adventurer been passing, I've no doubt I would have hung from their tree. Fortunately, a dwarf named Dalgleish saw my peril and dragged me to safety, taking many blows himself. I am in his debt. Not the finest instruments you'll ever find. Just a few I've acquired over the years. Please. May you have better fortune than your fair friend Mary.
Don't go looking for trouble.
Such as this will win us much honor. You are brave to set your sights on such formidable foes. Is never as alive as when they risk death, eh?
patrols looking for survivors.
Here we are. I told Orlo not to let anybody in who didn't give him the wildland whistle. Give it a try.
Here.
That's the tune! Welcome, friend. Hello, Robbie. Glad to see you in one piece.
One minute. I gotta make a little speech. And this time, I hope we won't be interrupted. All friends, lend me your ears a moment. Well, friends, seems the Fatherites have decided to wipe us adventurers out once and for all. Not sure if they really think we're behind all the murder and mayhem that's been plaguing Skara Brae, or if they just want a scapegoat. But either way, if we ever want to live in peace again, we have to prove to those bastard sword priests that we're not the enemy. And the best way to do that is to bring them the enemy. Now, I'm sending messengers to the elves and dwarves to petition their help in this. That help, however, may be long in coming. So we need a few brave souls here and now, willing to hunt down whoever's behind this terror and deliver them to the priests. Not just to save Skara Brae, not just to save the Adventurers Guild, but to save the lives of all the elves, dwarves, trow, adventurers, outcasts, and practitioners of magic in Caith. So, any volunteers? Well, you know where I'll be when you make up your mind. I knew you'd come forward, hero. Now, listen. Seems the raid on the Adventurers Guild was just one attack among many today. There's atrocities happening all over Skara Brae. And Dalgleish, Ringneck, and the Green Lady, who you met during the fighting, have gone to look into some of them. I promised I'd send help if I could find any. Would you look for them and give them a hand? This is the old town, the original Skara Brae. When the mad god Tarjan attacked it with fire and storm a century and a half ago, the earth shook so the muddy hills around the town flowed down and buried it to the gables. Ever since, the poor and outcast and outlaw have been digging it out again, little by little, making a home in the dark. Now, there's not much more to tell. I can never remember any details of where or how. I just know the troubles we're having now will end when you end them. And somehow, you'll end me too. I only wish I knew why. Now, there's not much more to tell. I can never remember any details of where or how. I just know the troubles we're having now will end when you end them. And somehow, you'll end me too. I only wish I knew why. Ha! Ringneck's a collector, I'll call him. Likes shiny things. He was looking into a kidnapping in Wellbottom, the trow camp here in Skara Brae below. I'd look for him first, as Wellbottom's nearby. Then he can help you find the others. If you need some kit, peek in those crates. Won't do to go around defenceless in days like these.
Ah, another weary soul. Not many creature comforts yet here at the new guild, but Granny Goodnight and I managed to put a few kegs in a barrow as we were running out. So, how about a drink? Aye, didn't he make it? Poor soul. Paladin got her before I could get him. No half the barkeep she was, but I'll do my best. It's no much, but... Happy drinking, friend.
If you want something, spit it out. No time for any hemming and hawing. Aside from listening to jackdaw and numpties, I hire out sellswords to them that can afford it. Are you in the market? Not without a token, you won't. Go see the sisters if you're looking for charity. You'll get nothing from me. Oh, nothing is it? Wasting my time.
So, this sage can save the world?
Only if he's freed. And that is my quest. To free him from his prison, so that he may save us.
What a story! I love it.
Welcome, adventurer. We are the review board of the Adventurers Guild. Before you can be allowed to learn certain skills or follow certain paths, your progress must be reviewed to be certain that you are worthy. You will know when to return to us. We look forward to seeing you then. Farewell, adventurer.
welcome to Roscoe's. But I want you to know this is not the Emporium. I'm only here selling this rubbish because the Emporium has been flattened by a giant and occupied by trow. Now, how can I help you? Yes, yes, the 7th of that name, and the first, Fian help me, to abandon the store. Even in the aftermath of Tarjan's destruction, my ancestors kept the doors open, while I'm a disgrace to the name. The rarest, most exclusive collection of magical and mystical items, elixirs and ingredients ever assembled in Skara Brae, now pounded into rubble and occupied by trow mercenaries who are ambushing every poor practitioner who comes through the door looking for me. It is an intolerable situation. My reputation and... Oh, just a moment. I don't suppose you... Oh, but of course you would. What adventurer wouldn't? Ah, well, when I escaped the Emporium, I happened to take with me a lantern of illusion. If you could drive out the trow that currently occupy the Emporium, then set the lantern on the hook outside the door, it will make the place impossible for undesirables to find until I can return and clean it up a bit. After that, if you find yourself in need of best quality magical merchandise, why, I would gratefully sell it to you for a deep, deep discount. What do you say? Excellent. Then here is the lantern, and here is the location of the Emporium. Be careful, though. There are a lot of trow there, and they aren't the friendly sort. Thank you for coming to Roscoe's. Please, come again.
Oh, there. I don't suppose you'd be interested in buying or selling a soul now, would you? That's right. Usually do brisk business, but not having much luck here. Haven't made a sale in days. Everyone down here in Skara Brae below seems to have one already. Not an empty vessel among you. Up in the new city, of course, almost no one has a soul. I could make a killing up there, but it's too dangerous. What with the Fatherites running things, my sort of business is frowned upon. Plenty of souls down here to choose from, but no one seems in a selling mood. Too busy fighting the good fight, or some such nonsense. Think I'll have to move on to some place where the people are more beset with ennui. Boredom always helps the market. That's right. Usually do Lar is the name. Lar of Revellon, at your service. Nice talking with you.
Now's the perfect time. Everybody's out of their houses, left all their valuables behind.
But what about the monsters? What if we get ate?
We'll be careful, that's all. And if we're caught, well, I run faster than you, so that's all right.
Aye, that's no funny.
Poor folk. More every day. Where are we going to fit them all? If you need food and healing, see my wife here, Racer. If you need a blade or some leather on your back, see me. And if you're fit enough, we could use some help holding back the darkness, as the City Watch ain't likely to help us down here. Racer's my wife. Met her at her father's tavern. Oh, wouldn't look at me at first, but then, well, I guess she got used to me. I won't find a kinder person in all of Caith. I've got some likely lads patrolling the camp, but what we really need is some hardy souls to go into the dark and clear some streets. Things seem to be breeding in there. Have a look. Thanks for looking.
Welcome, friend. I'm Racer, and this is Halifax. How can we help you? I'm a bold, brave husband. Always manages to find trouble where no one else can. Good thing for a guard, I suppose. Not so easy on his wife, though. Well, at least we're in trouble together this time. New folks arriving here every day, driven out of their homes by monsters or paladins or what have you, and they all need to eat and sleep. Oh, I haven't much, but we share what we have. If you need food, it's there. A place to lie down, the houses across the way are safe, and if you're wounded, get in that line there. We'll see to you as soon as we can. It was all chaos here when the attack started, so somebody had to organise. Me and Halifax here, my husband, we started finding blankets and food for the rest and keeping watch as best we could. Not doing too bad so far, but there's more folk coming in every day. It'll get worse before it gets better. Help out if you can. We need it.
Aye. Cabbage, carrots, potatoes? Aye.
Them things dragged down my old dad.
Stay in the camp.
Shit. I beg your pardon. I cannot continue.